Okay.
Okay, yeah. As soon as it goes on, I'll have it here. So
We are live. Hey, y'all. We're live. It's LFX Media. We are back like we never gone anywhere for real. Listen,
we never have.
we haven't. This is me, Podgy, here with Antho and the Custom Beat King. How you brothers feeling today, Content Kings?
Oh
Solid.
man, good.
Yes.
Feeling real good. You know what I'm saying?
No
Yes,
doubt.
sir.
Let's get into it.
Feeling real good.
Movie as a 10-cent movie. As y'all can
Movie
see,
as a 10-cent movie.
yes, sir.
The
We
ding
are
ding. I
multi
know that's Ant. Like when the ding happens, I was like, that's the Ant Man.
Yes, sir.
man. Yes, sir.
Hey yo, that ding is so clear and so crispy that it's like it's unbelievable, but it's absolutely Ant. And
Yeah,
I know my man is in the building. You know what I mean?
And throw the great in the building.
Antho the Great.
We
yeah.
want to thank you, Facebook. We want to thank you, LFX Media YouTube channel. And of course, we want to thank our own platform. If you subscribing through here, lfxmedia.live, bing, bing. Actually,
I'm finna
you
turn
know,
it
you
down.
know what I thought that was? Because I just seen another subscriber on the YouTube channel. Shout out. Thank you for that. But listen,
Salute, salute.
we are here to talk about the biggest littles in the rap game. How about
Mhm.
that? Now, uh, spoiler alert, we all know who the biggest little of all time. We're not gonna mention his name, but everybody know who that little is. But listen, we've been doing a little rabbit hole digging, and we came up with a whole bunch of littles.
Stat Man. Stat Man.
Stat, statastic.
Yes, I'm in the building, and I'm here with. Well, we all are the Stat Men,
Yeah,
but you know,
we switched.
we go down the rabbit hole where most boldly dare not to go.
Mm-hmm.
As a little quote from Star Trek, to
Little
boldly go,
something.
to boldly go where no man has gone before. So
Yes, sir.
yes, we do have a quite a comprehensive, if you will.
List of littles.
Yeah. I can't even fit them all on the screen. That's how many of them there.
Yeah.
You know, like
It's
I
a
gotta
lot.
do like as you can see my hand. This is the scroll hand. I have to do. I gotta scroll
Switch speeds like Spruce Lee riding the Fuji in the movie.
in the
Go.
movie. Yeah, that one right there. I think I got it in a point where I can just see just enough. The comprehensive list
Mm-hmm.
of all the littles that are known, and we
Mm-hmm.
have to be clear with that because these are the known littles.
The known littles. Okay.
The known littles, and they could be from America. Some of them are not from
Mm-hmm.
America. Just so you guys know, we have a comprehensive list here, nonetheless. And whenever we are ready to dive into the list, I have the names here, and then we can begin.
For sure. Shout out Little Diddy, my daughter. Definitely one of the biggest littles out here. And Little, my
Hey,
grandbaby.
it's so popular. The ding is going off right now. I thought it was the microwave at first, but then I forgot we have iPhones. And
Yes,
I
sir.
don't.
look at
I think money is being exchanged.
it might be money, man. I don't know how you can
That's
switch that notification sound for anything. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
that's the thing I get in my Shopify store when somebody's shopping with
When
me.
somebody's shopping,
Yes,
shop till you drop. Make
indeed.
sure you pick up one of those fine quality products from the Rico Verdict. And yes, indeed, there we go. On cue.
Boom, shaka laka.
Thank you very much, Coach Podge.
Grab those. TheRicoVerdict.com.co.
Yes, indeed. There's also merchandise on CustomBeatKing.net, which is soon to be Designs by GDS.
Oh, do
Yes,
tell. What's going on there,
it's
brother?
going to be a merging of Pixley's Picks
Mm,
and the Custom Beat Shop, which are all going to be one. where you'll find products for the men, for the women, for the kids. You'll find a little bit of everything. And shout out to Gail for merging it all together. And there'll be a new link coming from my website that will take you to the entire site that's going to be condensed and it's going to be all in one. And it's going to be a nice smorgasbord of goodies for you guys to tap into. So stay tuned on that.
I can dig it. I can dig it.
And as you can see, there is the link to the ricoverdict.com.co. Make sure you log on, stay on,
Grab,
log strong.
grab you some merch.
That's it. That's it. That's it. So, what prompted us to come up with this biggest Lil in the rap game today? What are we diving into? What are we digging down? What hole are we digging down?
Well, there's two things that happened. One thing is Double XL came out with their biggest little list, and our local radio station, 97.9 The Box, actually did a. And I have a question that you guys know I do the questions on
Yes, the
Facebook.
questionnaire is in the building.
Which little has to go? So we'll get to that.
Oh, now
That's
that's the rabbit hole. There it
that's
is.
that's probably tomorrow. But being, being geographic, being here in Houston, uh, the actual and I'll let you get on with your list because I don't want to interrupt your list. But it was very geographic, the list that they came with.
Oh wow.
So I'll talk about that as you list the littles. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Absolutely, absolutely. Well, without further ado, let's dig into the comprehensive. And when I mean comprehensive, people, strap up your belt, get a pen. You might want to write these down. Just know that it's going to be easy for you because little goes in front of everybody.
Hmm.
Little goes in front of everybody, just so you know. You know what I mean? But at first, the first one we got up is a Swedish musician called Lil Babs.
Hmm.
So we got Lil Babs from the Swedish contingency. We also have Lil B, which is an American rapper. If you
Hmm.
don't remember Lil B, right after that is another Lil B, but it is a Japanese pop duo,
Mm.
popular Japanese pop duo called Lil B. Lil Baby, which we all know well know at this point in time.
Hmm.
Oh, okay, Gail. Gail was
Shout
sharing a
out.
lot. Thank you, Gail. Thank you, Gail, once again for holding it down on the other side and getting us
She
into the groups
she come
and getting.
through. She come
Yes,
through.
indeed. Absolutely, absolutely. That's why the teamwork makes the dream work.
Hmm.
And so, yes, we all know Lil Baby though. We all know Lil Baby, American rapper, very popular rapper at this point in time. Lil Bibby, Lil Bits, who is a Trinidadian musician.
Watch your mouth.
Yes, indeed, Trinidadian.
Hmm.
And the next on the list is a South Korean popular artist named Lil Boy.
Little boy.
Lil Boy. Yeah,
Hey, little boy.
BOI. And it's BOI too. So it's Lil
B-O-I.
Boy.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Really with the real boy.
Yeah.
Lil Boy.
That's
You know
Uh,
what I'm saying? So and
wow.
he's a South Korean rapper. So
Okay.
check it and respect it. Put
Hmm.
some respect on Lil Boy's name.
Hmm. Look, look.
Uh, the next one, of course, we all know as Lil Boosie.
my God.
Lil
Hmm.
Boosie. And the next is a former Lil that's today only recognized as the latter, but it's Lil Bow Wow.
Hmm.
We also have Lil Brother, spelled with an A. We have Lil Bruce. And mind you, I'm still in the B, so
The
like I
beat.
said,
Oh wow.
get your boots buckled. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna,
Step
yeah,
up.
yeah. Lil Brother, Lil Bruce, and
Mm.
these are both American rappers. Lil Buck, an American musician,
Mm.
and then another Lil Buck who is an American dancer.
Mm.
We also have Lil C, an American dancer, and
Mm.
then right after that we have Lil C Note, an
Mm.
American actor and rapper. Lil C's from the infamous Junior Mafia is next.
Mm-hmm.
A British pop singer who's very popular over in Britain, Lil Chris. And then, of course, one that we forgot existed on the list is Lil Dicky.
Little Dicky.
Lil Dicky. He's an American rapper and comedian. After that, we have Chicago's very own Lil Durk, American rapper. Lil Duval, who is actually considered an
Living
American.
my best life.
Yeah, exactly. Living my best life. So he's an American comedian
Mm-hmm.
according to the chart.
Right.
Okay, we got Lil E, who is an American rapper, and there's a lot of rappers on here that are named Lil.
Mm-hmm.
We also have Lil Ed Williams, an American musician. His name is
Mm-hmm.
Lil Ed Williams, so check him out. Lil Eddie, an American singer. Lil Fame, who was had a little fame, you know,
MOP.
at one point in time. Lil Fame, American rapper. Lil Flip, we all know who Lil Flip is.
H-Town all
H
day.
Town in the building, you already know. He had to definitely represent one time and make sure that you know Lil Flip is on there.
Yes,
Lil
sir.
Fizz, Lil Fizz. Okay, we gotta remember him. He's an American rapper and actor.
I
Lil
didn't
Got
mean
It.
to laugh.
We got Lil Got It, who is an American rapper. Lil Rock Williams, who is an American rapper.
Oh,
Lil,
shout out to the Chevys.
yes, indeed, Rock, and it's spelled IROCC. Hmm,
Yeah.
interesting.
I want to
Uh,
rock.
I want to rock right now.
Mm-hmm.
And we have Lil Italy is next on the list. He's an American rapper, believe it or not. His name is Lil Italy,
Mm-hmm.
but he's an American rapper.
Right.
We got Lil J, who is an
Mm-hmm.
American rapper. Then an American actor, we have Lil JJ. And of course, we all know the infamous Lil Jon,
Mm-hmm.
American rapper and music producer. Lil Keed, if you guys know who Lil Keed is,
Mm-hmm.
he's on the list.
Let's be clear. Little J is not little James Smith from Houston. It's not him.
No, no, Lil J is a different, yeah, yep,
Mhm.
absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Lil Keed. We got Lil Kiki, which I remember his name, Lil Kiki.
South Side.
Bingo, we know who he is. And then
Yes.
right behind him is the infamous Lil Kim.
Right.
Asia said, "Hey, hey,
That's little Diddy right there. Just while we talking about
hey,
littles.
what's going on? What's going on?" So
Little.
yeah, we stopped at the famous Lil Kim.
Okay.
Next on the list is Lil Klein, who is a Dutch rapper.
Mm,
We have a Dutch rapper in the house, Lil Klein. And then
right.
next is Lil Lewis, who is an American musician. And then, of course, the former, another former,
Mm-hmm.
Lil Malik, which is he's now known as Mr. Malik,
Mr. Malik.
an American rapper. Yes. And if you don't know who Malik is, we'll get into him in a minute.
Yes.
Lil Mama in the
Hey,
building,
Still one of
American
the funniest moments when she came on stage during that
ran interference with Jay Z.
rapper.
God damn.
Jay Z was looking at her like,
Wait a
"You
minute.
serious?
Hey man.
What type of
Hold,
Love my say
what's
she from
wrong?"
New York.
hold the coffee. No, we'll proceed with the list here. We still
Oh
got
shit.
a row and a half here, guys.
Oh
Uh,
wow.
yeah,
Let me go
we got
grab my coffee.
exactly. We got Lil McClintock. You may not
Mm.
know who that is. That's an American musician.
Okay.
We have Lil Mo. We know who she is. Lil Mo,
Mm-hmm.
the singer.
Lip service.
Yes, indeed. And then we have an American house duo. House, if you guys are familiar with house music, this is Lil Mo Yin Yang.
Mm.
Lil Mo Yin Yang. And Little is definitely in all of these people's names, just so y'all know. I got the list. It's accurate. It is
Mm.
what it is. Next one is Lil Mosey.
Mm-hmm.
My tongue is gonna get tired from saying little so doggone much. You know
Right.
what I mean? I don't know what's going on here. Lil
You
Mosey,
got a
Lil
few.
Is it Mozzey?
Mosey, Lil Mosey.
Okay.
I could say Lil Mosey or Lil Mosey.
Yeah,
Let's
that
Lil
sounds
Mosey.
real familiar. Little
Sounds
Mo.
about right, right?
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and proceed forward. Now we're in the ends. Finally, we have
Cool.
Lil Nas
Use
X.
the ends. God damn.
We have Lil Nas X, of
Lil
course.
Nas.
Yeah, Lil Nas. You know, we already know Old Town
Mhm.
Road.
Yes. Did he do
Lil,
a song with Big Nas?
you know what? That's a good question.
I think they did a song together.
We'll have to fact check that. You know, I'll get on the stat board and see what it says.
That's it.
We got Lil Nation.
Mm.
He's an American rapper. Lil O, and all these next, I don't know how many is rappers, but
Each town.
we got
Basically.
another American rapper named Lil O, right? Okay.
Mhm.
We got Lil Peanut. We
Hey.
got P Dash Nut. He's an American rapper.
Mm-hmm.
Lil Pappy. I guess it's got to be Pappy. He's a Canadian rapper.
I'm the
Uh,
pappy.
yep, Lil Pappy. We got Lil Fat, PHAT Fat,
Ah,
American rapper.
shout out to
Lil
Fat Fat from Erie.
Lil Peep, No Bow,
I
Lil
wonder if
Peep.
that's the fat from Trillion T.
Hmm.
Maybe we'll have to. We can check him in a second.
Yeah, we got a
I
couple
got
of
you.
tracks.
Make sure you remind me that too, and because there's too many of these. There's too many of these littles. Man, I'm gonna get a brain contusion with all these littles.
Yeah, I
All
feel
right, we stopped at Lil Fat, and we
Mhm.
got Little Peep is next. No Bo,
Little
not
Peep,
Little Bo Peep, but Little Peep.
Little
He's an
Peep.
American rapper. We got Lil Pump, which we all know who he
Mm.
is.
Mm-hmm.
Lil Reese, we all also should know probably who he is.
Trap.
Right.
Um,
One of my favorite Chicago songs. That
yeah,
trap.
Lil Reese, right?
Mhm.
Okay. We also got next is an American comedian and actor, Little Rel Howery.
Yes, super multi-talented.
Absolutely, American comedian and actor. Next on the list is Lil Rev, Rev. He's an American musician. And
Mhm.
then we got some rappers coming down the line here. Lil Rick, spelled Ric. Lil Rick. He's an
Mhm.
American rapper. Lil Rob is an American rapper. Lil Romeo, which we all know him now as Romeo, is Master P's
Mhm.
son, Lil Romeo. Lil Ronnie, who is an American music producer. Lil Rounds, a contestant on season 8 of American Idol.
Okay.
We got Lil Ru, R.U. He's an American rapper. And then, of course, A Town's crunk master, Lil Scrappy,
Mm-hmm.
is on the list. Lil Skies, Lil Son Jackson, Lil Son Jackson, son spelled like father son.
Oh, is this Mike's son?
Yeah, Lil Son Jackson. He's an American musician. He possibly could.
Okay.
Who knows? We'll check him out. He's got a link. We'll look at him. Lil Susie, who is an American singer. Lil Susie.
Mm-hmm.
We got a Danish rapper and singer called Lil T, just the letter T.
Okay.
We got Lil Tecca, Tecca. We got Lil Tracy,
Mm.
and these are rappers.
Right.
Lil TJ, Lil Troy.
Lil TJ's a comedian. I remember him, right?
Yeah, well, no, he's an American rapper. This one
They
is.
got
Oh,
they,
this
they,
okay.
they're probably talking about the rapper.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. They're talking about the rapper Lil TJ.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we got Lil Troy, and then an American artist named
All up.
Lil Tuffy. We got the next one, and I'm trying not to laugh because I don't know why, but Lil Ugly Mane,
Hmm.
Hey,
American rapper and producer.
ugly man.
Yeah, right. Lil Uzi Vert.
Mm-hmm.
We all know who Lil Uzi Vert,
Uh-huh.
Philly's powerhouse, Lil Uzi Vert. And
This
then
ain't.
right after him is the infamous Lil Wayne.
Yeah, yeah,
Lil
yeah,
Wayne.
yeah, yeah.
And then we got an American actor named Lil Weaver.
Mm.
Lil Weaver, spelled Weavah. Lil Weaver.
The Weaver. Okay.
Lil Weaver. He's an actor. Okay. American actor. Next rapper is Lil Wills with one L. Lil Will with one L. We also have Lil White, not spelled traditionally white, but Wyte.
Mm.
And then we have Little Xan. When it's with an X, y'all, it's pronounced with a Z, so it's Little Xan. He's
Mm-hmm.
an American rapper.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Name.
almost at the end here, y'all. We are at Little Yachty. Y'all
Mm-hmm.
know who Lil Yachty is. And then we also have Lil Zane.
Lil Zane.
Lil Zane, American rapper and dancer.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end of the list is Lil Zay Osama.
Ah. Oh,
Lil
son.
Zay Osama. And that, ladies and gentlemen,
Gives it a look.
is yes, is the comprehensive list that we can compile from.
Okay. And
And that's what we're doing.
and just to back check, can you look up the Little Nas and Big Nas compilation if they did a song together?
Okay, let's do it. Stat man coming with the stat.
And then there was a little that me and Anto saw earlier. Her name was Little Debbie. And she's a Caucasian rapper named Little Debbie, but we'll wait for the Lil Nas and Lil X compilation. But
Okay.
as you mentioned, Littles.
Actually, you're absolutely right. In an
Hmm.
article on okplayer.com, and if you guys don't know about okplayer, tune in, tune up. That's one of our one of our nice, you know,
Old school platform.
yeah. When it
Around
comes to
for a minute.
organic hip hop and things of that nature,
Hmm.
and just hip hop news in general,
Hmm.
um, you can go to okplayer.com. And okplayer is actually has something to do. I believe they're a label too, if I'm not mistaken.
Hmm. They
Record
were a
label.
media platform. You could meet and do a lot of things on it back in the day.
Hmm. And actually, you're absolutely right. As we look at the article, it says working with Nas on the Rodeo remix. He said it
Hmm.
came together maybe a month and a half ago, but it was something I've been sitting on for a little bit. I thought it would be its own moment for hip hop, just to have that whole idea of Nas don't like Lil Nas perish. It
Right.
was dope of him to hop on the song. The best advice he told me was to keep your foot on their necks.
Keep it there. Right.
Absolutely. So you're absolutely
Yeah,
right.
I thought when Little
You're
Nas
absolutely
came
right,
out
Mellow Man.
that a lot. I think a lot of people were offended.
Uh oh. Frozen in time. Once again, it is the Juggernaut and Mellow Man PDC and Anth. And we are here with you guys once again. And
back.
now, what was that again?
Some people were offended that he used Nas' name, and I think they were asking questions to Nas, and I don't think Nas really cared. But in in order to show that it's no bad feelings, I think they did a song together.
Surely.
Hmm.
Surely. Cool. Cool. Well, that was a interesting thing that we just found out right there. So now we have the comprehensive list. If you guys want to hear the list again when the broadcast is over, you can go back roughly about 5 minutes ago, 6 minutes ago.
Hmm.
I started giving the comprehensive list
Hmm.
of artists with the name Lil, Lil, in front of their name.
Yes, sir. And Lil Debbie, that's another one. If you could look her up, I think she's a female white rapper. But while
Lil
you're
Debbie.
Lil Debbie, while you're looking her up,
Mhm.
we'll just talk about. Um, hey, that was some more money. Cash money. Cash money.
Yes, indeed.
But Lil Debbie,
And it's funny because the bill collector called right after the the cash money.
bill collectors ringing my phone.
Scare my wife when I'm not home. Yes,
Yes,
indeed.
sir.
Yes, indeed. Okay. Yes, she does exist.
Yes, indeed. Little Debbie. We saw her online.
Jordan Mary Capozzi, better known by her stage name as Lil Debbie, is an American rapper, model, and fashion designer. She started her career back in 2011 as a part of the now defunct group The White Girl Mob,
Oh,
Wow.
with
MOB.
rappers that you may know, which is Cray Sean. If you guys don't remember her,
Yes, sir.
I remember she had one big hit that was really big, and V Nasty.
Mm.
So they were all a group together. At this moment, she is the age of 33, and
Okay.
she's from the Bronx, which is makes sense.
Boogie down.
She's from the Boogie Down. Okay, but yeah, that she does exist. Her name is Lil Debbie.
I wonder how the food people feel about that today. Well, it's been a while, so
Yeah,
you know.
well, fortunately, she put the LIL in front of her name,
Just
so
want to say,
that alleviated her
but I
from
think
a copyright infringement.
Mm-hmm.
they felt the way though.
Oh yeah.
Sure they did. I mean, they probably were like,
Hmm.
Like,
"We
you
can't do
think you
nothing
sick?
about that one."
How dare you?
Yes,
And you
foiled again.
talking about we got our name through years of satisfying our customers for the
Mm.
low.
Satisfying or killing, one or the other.
However you look at it,
Because they load that little Debbie up with so much sugar, I guarantee you that
Hmm. Oatmeal
they,
cream pie for everyone.
oh yeah,
ooh, yeah,
that's
you
my
want to talk
go-to.
about a sugar fix? There's one right there for you. An
That's my
oatmeal
go-to.
cream pie. You have one oatmeal. They had the nerve to make them bigger.
Oh yeah,
You know,
super stuff.
They don't taste as
they
good.
got two different sizes of oatmeal cream pies now.
Yeah, they
They
don't
got the
taste as good.
jumbo one, and
They
then
don't
they
say
got
anything.
No, the jumbo one's not as good. I like to. I think I don't know if they got a different recipe or what, but the
Hmm.
proportions I think is what I think it make it. It just hit right. The
Oh,
smaller one is on point.
well,
That big one it tastes different. I don't like it.
and I think it's just because it's an overload. Because you taste one of the small ones, and that's enough. Yeah, that's enough. And you get a bite of a big one, and then you have more cream, and you got
Too
more.
much going on.
It's too much. I think it's too much filling on the inside of the big one. I agree with you on that one.
hmm.
Too
Indeed.
much filling. It's been a while since I've actually had one. Since we're in the throes of the challenge,
Oh yeah, we are deep into no fried food challenge. We home stretch.
yeah, we're in the home stretch. We only got 5 days left, y'all. If you guys haven't been doing it, I don't know if you noticed, but my arms are starting to get a little. I'm starting to get a little. You know what I mean? Like it's
I
starting to
like it.
starting to work its way on through here. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, your results.
yeah, getting the results.
They say
To be
win your
brutally
games.
honest, there may have been one cheat day so far in the month, but for the most part, yeah. Yeah, Gail said half of a small one is more than enough. Those are way too sweet. And this is coming from uh,
Agreed.
a snack foodie
Oh,
general that makes nothing but edibles.
oh, edibles.
Yeah, she's the edible
Gail,
queen.
Gail.
Gail lives in a state where it's possible
Oh, okay.
to be
What's
this.
going on then, Gail? Hey,
Yeah, up in Michigan.
Oh yeah, we will be through. Meet you in the D.
real
Yeah, I
deal.
don't know if she's gonna go to the D, but she's definitely near Grand Rapids or
Oh, she in Grand Rapids.
somewhere
Okay,
near there. You know what I mean?
not too far.
Yeah,
Okay,
she said yes, sir. You see, yeah, yeah, Gail, you can't hide it forever. Now we're gonna put it out there and that you do it now.
I'm hungry now.
Yeah, she has the
Right.
edible. Well, those edibles will definitely yeah challenge you.
Mhm.
It's a challenge. That's all I can tell you. But
Let's.
she definitely bakes. She bakes all kind of goodies and stuff like that. So
Okay.
it's really ironic coming from you, Gail, that you like sugary food and the oatmeal cream pie. Hell, only if I pick you up and take you
Okay.
to the Detroit.
Yeah. Meet us on 8 Mile. We'll be
Yeah,
right
oh no, we got to go to the Coney.
at the Coney.
Yeah, we got to hit the Coney.
Shout out to the D. Love
We
you
got to
guys.
hit, we got to hit the Coney. Yeah, shout out to the peeps in Michigan. You already know what it is. All the
Yeah.
way up and all
Yeah,
the way down.
indeed. But
And
what I want to discuss now is littles that are in the news right now or trending. and littles that had substantial albums. Let's get to those. And one of the let's start with this little. Actually, he shed the little off his name. It's just Boosie Badass now. No more
Okay.
little. But he's been going back and forth with Ti, little Ti,
Mm.
about snitching, about not snitching, because they were actually scheduled to do a reality show together with their sons. So
Shut
now,
shit down.
now, now that Ti, he and Ti had a disclosure on YouTube talking about I ain't told on nobody that actually got anybody some time, and it sounded like a real scripted what his lawyer told him
Mm.
to say. He said he spoke to his cousin. I keep saying little. Little gonna be all through this podcast. His cousin. Shout out
Whether
to
you
my
wanted to
daughter,
or
little
not,
bit.
people.
But listen, his cousin Toot. He said Toot spoke to him posthumously and told him to go ahead if it can get you out of a jam. Go ahead and use my name to get out of your jam. So he
This is
spoke.
absolutely what it is, and we will go to the sensational website TMZ, and we will read what was said.
Now you know he recently did another interview where he said he was speaking facetiously. You seen that?
Mic check, mic
I
check.
did not.
This
I
phone.
did not.
You
Yeah, your
definitely
phone is
check that out.
definitely giving you
Yeah.
the yeah. It put you in the shadow realm.
Y'all definitely go look that up. Look up that most current interview he did when I forget who it was
And
with,
was it
but
was it
he
Vlad?
basically said I don't believe so. But he basically said that he was saying it being funny, speaking like, and I want to say that it was like he said that they had a conversation, kind of like what I spoke on the other day, Pete, when I was like, the only reason I don't all the way crucify him is sometimes when we go into a jam, a lot of times that's already discussed before anything goes left or right. That hey, if some shit go
Yeah,
left,
it transpires, right?
right before it even go down, a lot of times that's discussed. Like, hey man, if anything go left, this is on me. This my stuff, or that's mine, or you know what I mean, or this, that, and the third. So I don't know what conversations they might have had, and I feel like that's what he kind of leaned into, saying that it was more of that type of situation. So, but I feel like it's kind of looking like in hindsight, you know what I mean?
Right. Interesting. Basically, what it was said here, it said that Boosie Badass, which we all should know that he's no longer Lil Boosie, but Boosie Badass, is
Mhm.
watching his years long friendship with T.I. and the album they completed together, all due to T.I. admitting he once snitched on a deceased cousin to get out of a gun charge.
Mm.
In his latest sit down with Vlad TV, Boosie unloaded on T.I. for randomly choosing to divulge the info about the snitchuation, not the
Mm.
situation, but
Snitch.
the snitchuation. But as a result, he says he has no choice but to label his longtime friend a rat.
Mm. Unfortunate. 1-800 call tip.
Well, Tip actually admitted to the snitching.
Yeah, yeah.
He did admit to it, as Mellow Man said. Boosie expressed similar sentiments when discussing Cash Money Records CEO Birdman's older brother, Terrence Gangsta Williams, who openly testified against a dead friend to free himself from prison after serving 27 and a half years on a life sentence.
Little gangster.
Tip got his fair share of support when his podcast first aired. Fellow artists like Young Jock, Life Jennings, and Young Dro all called the scenario a fortunate situation, but Boosie is going 100% lactose intolerant. He's not accepting any cheese.
No
Oh,
cheese.
wow. Shots fired.
Boom.
Wow.
Shaka.
Boom, shakalaka.
Not 100% lactose.
Yeah, he said he's 100% lactose intolerant.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a viral video
Hilarious.
going out around a guy that tore lactose intolerant all the way down. If you ever see it out there, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But again, while Tip's album plans with Boosie are a bust, the Atlanta rap legend's dropping his final solo album this year, titled "Kill the King."
Mhm.
Ironic, setting the stage for him to address all the allegations and Boosie all at once.
Oh wow. Must be
So
two
stay tuned
sides.
for the album "Kill the King," which is, according to the publication, it's his final solo album.
You see what I did there, Antho?
I
Must be two
peeped it.
sides to the
I peeped.
story.
Must be two sides, bro.
Shout out to Shorty Low.
Hey,
King. King of the West Side in Atlanta.
Yes,
Shout out
indeed.
all that.
Bankhead.
Mm-hmm.
what else?
Listen.
Now, do
Shout
you
out to
know
Steve
another wrinkle
Bankhead.
that I
Tony Lee
recently came
Howell over there.
across? Another wrinkle I recently came across on that whole Ti story, which was the one I shared with y'all earlier about him saying that I didn't know that folks took it seriously when I said it. I was just joking. That actually recently, that interview recently happened. So definitely we got to check that out, come and speak on that to see how y'all feel about it after y'all see what he said. If y'all are buying into the whole, it was a misread of the room on his part, and
Hmm.
he was just lying, or is this in retrospect him feeling like, okay, now it don't look as good, so I gotta cover it up. He say it ain't no paperwork out. You know how boys get. If it happened, hey, they want, hey, go pull up the paperwork and we can either confirm or deny whatever we gotta do. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But he say ain't nobody that done accused him of snitching been able
Hmm.
to present no paperwork. And he
Okay.
and I'm
With the
like, and he say they not gonna be able to, because that ain't really happen. I was just joking. He was like, that was like I said it in a facetious way. He was like, but and he did allude to from what I did, the snippets that I saw, that he saw that he did they did discuss it like privé, like I spoke on earlier. Like if it was something that was discussed before we got into it,
Sure.
then it don't really shine the same light. So and then even to speak on the gangster Williams situation. Uh
Mm.
I know I watched a guy Hassan Campbell, if y'all familiar with him.
Ah, yes, Hassan Campbell.
So
Yes,
Hassan
indeed.
Campbell presented paperwork on him. I want to say it was just yesterday, the day before yesterday, or yesterday. I was online and I seen him post a video, so I checked it out. He had presented some paperwork that said uh Gangster Williams don't get no pass because it wasn't just on the dead. He was using his
Mm.
stature as Gangster Williams and his celebrity status because of his brother to get close to people,
Right.
and then using that to make them feel comfortable enough to tell their stories, and then he would go back and report them. And
Mm.
he say, and he showed, he read it on the paperwork and everything. He was like, I ain't even got time to read all of it, but he read just a portion, and the portion he read was pretty fucking it's pretty grimy.
I can only but imagine. I can only but imagine it gets dicey out there in the entertainment field, if you will,
Yes,
and the scandals are amuck, if you will,
yep,
and this is just a tip of the iceberg of all the hip hop news probably going on in the world today. But when
yep.
it comes to these littles, that is a quite significant story that we've come across and stumbled across. Pretty big, Lil Boosie and Ti had an album together, and now it's no longer going to transpire.
Yeah, Boosie said he was hit up by like some of his uncles, some OGs that was like, "Hey, that album can't come out." Like he's like it ain't. He was like, you stand on business, and
Oh yeah,
and like I say, it shines a new light on it. If what
it
Ti
does.
said, if what Ti said is true about him saying it in a joking light, Boosie did preface his statements with, "If Ti did what he said he did in that video, then he's a rat." But he did preface the statement because he also said, "I don't believe he said that. I don't believe that's true. I believe he was just talking." You know what I'm saying? He's like, "Why?"
Yeah.
He was like saying what? Because Boosie did say that before Ti even said it. So uh,
Uh-huh.
that does preface the statement. You know, that do kind of give it a little bit more potential credence because it
Yeah.
wasn't like him saying it was the first time that somebody mentioned that they didn't believe it was true. Because Boosie was already on record saying he didn't believe it.
Mm.
So yeah, you know, it's gonna be open for interpretation and
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, absolutely. And I think that that's really, really, like I said, it's just a pebble in the snow, if you will.
Hmm.
But nonetheless, it's quite significant
Yeah,
that these things have transpired in this time and day.
hmm I'll throw my 2 cents in from being a writer that wrote a book called The Rico Verdict. Um, some of the book is actually creative nonfiction, but lots of research. You know, we rabbit hole diggers. But actually, in the book, there is an informant that testified in the judge's chambers. This didn't reach the courtroom. He testified out of fear in the judge's chambers. So putting a label on somebody, coming with paperwork, all of that stuff, the actual arsenal that Ti got caught with and the amount of time he did, that's the paperwork.
That's it. Yeah, I mean,
The
there's nothing.
arsenal that you, the
Yeah,
arsenal that they caught you with, and you only did that amount of time, bro. I don't care what
yeah,
type of
that's
work.
that's a telling tale, if you
Yeah,
will.
I don't care what type
and
of
he said when he even spoke on that, he said that the reason that the case had to be dismissed because of he say that case, if you go look at it, it was dismissed because of the evidence. I guess how they acquired the evidence. Some of the evidence was acquired uh, uh, illegally or something of that nature.
Oh yeah, yeah, that happens.
It does. It does. It literally does. And how many times
Mhm.
have we seen these scenarios? Like it seems like it stays centered around hip hop. And I want to sidebar
Mhm.
and say, why just hip hop? Why are the other genres not as sensational, in the news? And we have to really start digging down that wormhole as well. And,
Mhm.
and and seeing exactly what it is, what makes hip hop and rap so sensational to the
Mhm.
point where it's the subject of conversation as opposed to the other genres of music, because there's a plethora of them that exist in the world. And I'm pretty sure that there's scandals and things of that nature that go down in all of these genres, yet and still they tend to not put that on display, and they put this on display.
Mhm. Well, uh, guys that go on Vlad TV, and the next thing you know, they're cased up.
Mm,
That's all on them. But the whole nuance of a rapper is surrounded by a certain bravado, braggadocious. You know, you end up telling on yourself, but the art of rapping has a lot to do with bragging. So the I don't even want to say the code of the streets because there is no code. And
oh yeah, whoever thinks that there is one out there, you can resurrect yourself, because
yeah,
it's definitely over.
yeah. I mean, loose lips sink ships. Snitches get snitches. All of that stuff. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. But apparently, uh, Ti, I don't see any stitches on him, but he definitely had an arsenal that he got caught with. So let's put that out there.
Yeah, yeah, you got to keep it
Have
in
it
perspective
understood.
if we want to cover the timelines.
Yeah.
Um, just to sidebar, as far as hip hop news is concerned,
Hmm.
we were speaking of one Nas, and here's something that um, fell down the wire here on Complex. Ding, ding, ding. Another
Big
alert
Nas.
here. Big Nas. Big Nas says hip hop peers his age don't inspire him to make music. Wow. Now that's a really interesting, that's an interesting statement.
I,
You know
I
what I
would
mean?
ask how many of his hip hop peers are his age.
His peers, yeah, that would mean that they were probably around his age group. Like, he's 49. So,
Right. So
that's
I'm saying if you're talking
you
about
said a
currently,
30-year tenure easily.
right. So he has a historic run, is what I'm pointing at. That it's not too many
Quite
folks
historic.
that yeah, it's not gonna be too many folks that has that was in his age group that's gonna still be inspiring anybody really. You're gonna be kind of it's gonna be few and far in between. So I wouldn't say it's too much of a slight, but I would ask who are the other 40-plus-year-old rappers that's
Yeah,
dropping
yeah.
content?
And I don't think that Nas was necessarily taking it as a slight. Um they're not actively sharing new work. You know what I mean? And it's quite obvious that Nas is still, bit by the bug, if you will. He's still bit by the creative bug. And when you're bit by the creative bug, I mean, I can attest for that, being 50 myself and still being extremely active in music. As long as the bug bites you, your level of creativity is going to stay at a pretty high clip. It's not going to falter. And I think that that's what Nas was really saying. Like, if I'm looking here, oh yeah, here we go. Once again, quoting Nas, I'm really trying to figure out what my next move is. And I feel like a lot of hip hop artists my age are not putting out a lot of material. So I can't look to them as reference. They kind of
That's
slowed
yeah, okay.
down.
So, yeah,
They
that's
kind of
kind of
slowed down for whatever reasons, he said, I understand it's a tough thing, but I got big by the bug, man. And he kind of bigs up his new producer, who is Hit Boy. And if you don't know who Hit Boy is, you should check his resume. It's pretty
yeah,
comprehensive, and it's
yeah,
pretty
definitely
pretty smooth.
solid artist.
Yeah,
Solid.
definitely. He's responsible for King's Disease 1, 2, and 3. And he basically said that him and Hit Boy are kind of inspiring themselves at this point, and it's an interesting spin. So, you know, you talk about these things, um, as far as his peers, and it's really, really, really true what you said, and like how many of them are actually actively putting content out there, putting music out
Right.
there, and
And
still
that's why I
staying
think
true to it.
that's why I think Nas does a good job of like even what he did with 21 Savage, taking that whole uh what some folks took as a slight to him in one of his bars that he had, and then actually doing an album, not an album, but a song with him and flipping it on his head. You know what I mean? Like taking inspiration from it and making something positive out of what everybody tried to put a negative spin on. So, that's why I say he probably is never gonna gain any type of true inspiration from older rappers right now, currently, because it's so few and far in between. But it's smart
Right.
for him to stay active and try to find inspiration uh from the younger cats that's still actively doing it.
Well said. Well said. In other news, because we're gonna catch the latest on the timeline here, it says rapper Quavo from the now defunct group Migos gives a definitive answer about Migos' future on a new song called Greatness. Says he's released a new song called Greatness on Wednesday, which was actually yesterday. So if you go check out the song, it's called Greatness by Quavo, which finds him celebrating the legacy of his group while navigating a path forward without his nephew by his side. Um, Quote a line from the song: "You never forget that Migos amazing.
Okay,
Look
we'll
at the
find
ice and the knots in my pants. You know that them young
and come back upstairs.
Niggas made it." He raps over upbeat horn laced production from DJ Durrell. During the song's outro, he acknowledges, I couldn't do it without the greatest group in the world. I couldn't do it without the greatest nephew in the world. So, however, any hope of Migos extending their run gets comprehensively shot down by Quavo, who declares came in, swept the game like a storm with the MF and glow. Take did that. So don't ask about the group. He gone, we gone. Young NIGGA, it can't come back. Damn. So that's basically putting it in perspective that he believes that the group will no longer be. And I guess we can kind of like put the notion to rest that there's going to ever be a Migos reunion after all of the things that have transpired in the dark part of their career, if you will. You know, and he's basically
I would hope
saying
they
that
could
the
try to find some type of middle ground
resolution,
later. Yeah, maybe later.
yeah, yeah, some type of resolution. Yep, yep, yep. And it's funny because there was some chinks in the armor before Takeoff even got killed, and then he gets killed, and then you know it's really interesting.
All downhill from
Really
that
interesting.
point, you know.
Yeah, and once again, it stays at the forefront of news and what people are gravitating to, and yeah, yeah,
Then you throw the whole J Prince family debacle into it, and it don't make it no better.
nah. And we have something else that came down on the wire. We're not going to try to, you know, make this all sensational, but Kodak Black, and this was another story this week. Kodak Black refuses to work with Drake over 21 Savage Her Loss album. Yeah, and it's saying that Kodak Black was planning to drop a whole project with the Six God, but as he explained on Instagram Live on Tuesday, February 21st, the release of Drizzy and 21's Her Loss album last November made him reconsider. I had told Drake I didn't want to do no collab. Actually, he said no songs or no album because we supposed to been did a whole album together before him and Lil Buddy did that shit. He added, I had told him I wanted to wait like 2023 after February. Kodak Black and 21 Savage butted heads last year after the latter claimed that he could beat any of his fellow 2016 XXL freshmen in a versus battle, including Kodak. So basically, 21 kind of like set the bar on this one. He said, I'm smoking Kodak. Nah, Kodak got some shit though. It just depends on how a nigga play it, how it goes. Niggas be acting like I don't got that shit, and that's what be the problem. People be forgetting. I don't know what they are thinking. Kodak fired back on Instagram Live saying 21 don't want the smokes, man. He saying that 21 hasn't said anything yet. I done DM that guy and said, man, what's up? Run it. I done hit verses. Don't be capping on this internet, homie. You ain't ready to stand it up in that fire. So we have another situation here where we got Drake, 21 Savage, Kodak Black, and things are not happy in the world of hip hop in this day and age as we know it. And that's just where we are right now, people. The list goes on and on.
But
We
that's
have
part of the problem right there, bro. That's the problem, right?
there it is. Mm-hmm.
Like you have a disagreement about something very trivial. Uh, everybody holding their position, gonna feel how they feel,
Sitting
and
sideways there, Podge, aren't you? There you go.
then before you know it, it then turned into something that never was even close to having to be about, and now it's something way bigger.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's really ironic that all of this is still transpiring in the 50th year of hip hop, which we have to remember. It's still Black History Month for at least 5 days, and yeah, yeah, it's really important to understand that this is all still transpiring, and it's unfortunate because hip hop didn't start on these principles, but yet and still here we are. We're here in a mutilated mess, and it's just continuing on. You know what I mean? It's just continuing on, and as I go down the wires here, it's just within the last just couple of days, you know, just within the last couple of days, so much going on here. Um, uh, 21 hours ago, it was reported that Nipsey Hussle's killer gets 60 years to life in prison. So you might as well say he's done.
Yeah,
He's
he's
done,
cooked.
son.
He's cooked.
He's done, son. So yeah, in the closing segments of the Nipsey Hussle saga, there, his killer got 60 years to life, and that came down on the wire. You know,
Yep. I feel like that Nipsey Hustle thing has been beat to the ground so much, but
hmm
it still don't make it no less impactful. So it is good to kind of see, like you say, everybody can kind of get a certain amount of closure with the whole situation. Kind of
absolutely.
let it.
Whether it's contract disputes, or if it's street things, or if it goes all the way down the line, man. Just just wordplay back and forth with people. It's all sensationalized, and it's glamorized. It is what it is. It
Yeah,
is what it is. And I think as media, we have to find ways, as we said before, to create a balance. Let's talk about some of the good, because it's really ironic, because I'm looking for positive things during the golden anniversary of um the anniversary of hip hop. You know what I mean? It's like the anniversary of hip hop, and we're still dealing with all of these rotten dynamics, and not too much positive being said. I'm looking on the wire. It seems like there's more negative stories coming down the wire than there is positive, and I think we got to balance it out.
and I just think that's just the nature of media, bro. That's why folks don't trust the news. That's why folks don't like certain bloggers. Some of your bigger bloggers, because typically they don't cover good, because good don't sell, because good feels like what you're supposed to do, so it doesn't really attract your attention. But
Right.
when something bad goes on, something negative happens, it's gonna always get the attention. It's gonna always have people come in the mix and have their fingers ready to point and talk and discuss.
Yeah, that's definitely a little habit that has um, been going on for quite some time, and it's something that's so big now that it's like literally then turned into from a snowball to a avalanche, and it's like it just keeps falling down the wayside. But I see now we're getting close to our hour, so I think we're
Yes,
gonna we're gonna we're gonna get ready to wrap up here. We definitely appreciate you guys coming on to the LFX Media podcast once again. Make sure you go check out lfxmedia.live, the website. Also, subscribe to the YouTube channel LFX Media, and make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and hit the bell. Also, you can check us out on Roku, on Amazon Fire, on Web TV. We are live and streaming on there 24/7. You can check out all the content that we do have, and we're building content as we go along. And we're looking for creators to check in with us, tap in with us. Let's build this network and build our net worth. And Ant got something coming down the pipeline with the trading. Stay
yes,
tuned for
sir.
that as well.
Yes, sir. Y'all definitely stay tuned for that. Definitely gonna be bringing y'all in on, like I said, we talked about passive income. We had a pod on that not too long ago. And one of the ways that me and Podge over the last few years have made passive income is through the forex markets, and it was something that we decided that amongst us when discussing it, that it'd be good to share that with the platform as well, just to give y'all just even more solid foundation and solid content that you can come away from it feeling like you got something away from it that was worthwhile. So since
Cool.
we got y'all attention, let's give you something worthwhile while we got it.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good. So for myself, JPad the Juggernaut, my man Antho, Mellow PDC, this is the LFX Media Podcast, and we are signing off. We will holla at y'all on the B side.
Be blessed.